Hello Virgo, welcome back to the channel. If you are just now joining, welcome. I appreciate you popping in. This is a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Be sure to check your other placements as well as to remember, take what resonates, leave behind what does not. If nothing resonates whatsoever, the message is not for you at this time. If it resonates and or if you simply enjoyed, please remember to like and subscribe. That way you're notified of future content. It helps me, it helps you, and all of us are hunky-dunky dory. So, get the ball rolling here. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to be using my Dungeons and Dragons deck like I have in my other readings. Alright, what does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? Come here. Virgo. Alright. Here. Alright. Oh, sorry. Move the camera there. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Overall energy of the deck. The overall energy of the reading, Virgo, is your strength in the reverse. That is Leo energy. We have 3 of intelligence in your current situation. For your challenges card, you have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. That's your opportunities or obstacles. We have the 4 of strength as your foundation for the question or the situation. That could also be what you should be focusing on. We have the Ace of Intelligence in the past position. We have Justice in the reverse position for possibilities involved or what you might be hoping for. Justice is Libra energy. We are in the reverse position, if I didn't already say that, sorry. Oh, look at that. The near future, you actually got the Hermit in the reverse position. That is Virgo energy. We have the King of Wisdom in the reverse position for you and the energy you bring to this reading. We have 8 of Intelligence in the upright position. That's your environmental or external influence. That could also be your subconscious. We have the Queen of Wisdom for hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. That's our advice card in this reading. And then we have the World card as your potential outcome for the reading. So, let us begin. Let us begin. Strength, 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 strength. Leo, Leo, Leo. All right. Okay. So, strength. Your ability to move through fear to find the unshakable power within yourself. But we're in the we're in the reverse position. I almost said upright. So, card number 8. That is self-doubt, that is forcefulness, and that is passivity. When reversed, the Strength card warns that you're either being too forceful or too complacent. Try to focus on the upright attributes of this card and help guide things to unfold organically. Don't shoehorn or force events just because you want or need them to come to pass. Lastly, don't be afraid to take responsibility and step into your power and fortitude to help make things happen. Your Strength card in the upright position is all about strength, courage, compassion, and perseverance. Okay? Let's check out our current situation here, which is the 3 of Intelligence. The 3 of Intelligence is all about finding a way to heal and learn from anxiety and emotional pain. Okay. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. Let's check out that Wheel of Fortune. That is our challenge card. Okay. A turning point in your destiny and your ability to adapt to change. Come here. I know you're right there. Thank you. So bad luck, resistance to change, and a standstill. Okay. When reversed, this card tells you to prepare for a bumpy ride. Your luck may be running out, so be ready for a sudden change. View this warning as an opportunity to take the reins and be proactive. Alternatively, this card warns against being resistant to change or tells you that things have come to a standstill. Okay, let's check out, I'm going to look at your Four of Strength. That card's all about collaboration. So let me double check this and then we'll kind of go a little deeper here just to get an idea of what's going on in this situation. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Seek out others to collaborate with. That is what you should be focusing on. So with that energy here, with the Strength in the reverse, the Three of Intelligence, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Four of Strength, you are struggling with changing. You are struggling with holding on to your past trauma, things that have made you hurt and withdraw yourself. So you're struggling with those emotions and you're struggling to get rid of that past or let go of it. You're always wondering, oh, it's going to happen again. Is it going to repeat itself? Things like that. So you're kind of isolating yourself a little bit. What you should be focusing on is seeking out people that you can collaborate with, right? But that can support you or that you can lean on or that you can share your burdens with. This could be family, this could be friends. You might be pushing away people that really love you because you're afraid of being hurt again. Let's dive into that. Ace of Intelligence. Ace of Intelligence. This is your past. So this could be recent past. This could be a little longer than that. I'm not getting to get the card up. Sorry. Finding your inner wizard and using your genius to discover new ideas and have breakthroughs. Okay, so that card's about manifestation, as well as seeking out your ideas and having those breakthroughs, realizing truths, putting your plans into action, things like that. So in the past, we have this nice new spark, right? This new path, which is probably what has sent you onto this. But even though it's a change of scenery or a new situation or, you know, a new project, things like that, your past is starting to pop up and kind of take you down with it. We cannot change the past. It is a figment of imagination, basically, at this point, okay? You can't change the past. We don't have a time machine, so we can't go back and change things if we could, or avoid things or people if we could. So it's just better to let go, because when you're constantly thinking of the past, it relives. So you're constantly worrying that the past is going to repeat. You're constantly thinking, oh, it's going to happen again, or they're going to cheat on me, or they're going to hurt me, they're going to hate me, they're going to cause lies, they're going to gossip, things like that. And because you think about it so much, you actually lead yourself into a path of these things happening, like attracts like. I'm going to go ahead and pull on your past just to get a better idea of the situation here. Can you please clarify the Ace of Intelligence in past position? Thank you so much. There's two. We're going to ask for one more. You got Death in the reverse, which is Scorpio energy. We have the the Six of Swords in the reverse, and we have the World card in the reverse. Yet again, the World just popped up, and that is your potential outcome for the reading. But when you get to the potential outcome, it's actually in the upright. So I always love when that happens. I think it's super interesting. So let's check out that Death card. Death is usually all about change, right? It can be scary. There's growing pains. But Death symbolizes endings, beginnings, rebirth, transformation, and letting go. It's in the reverse position, though. So it's a denial, and it's a resistance to change. So something in your past, you were like, no. When reversed, the Death card indicates that you're resisting a change that's occurring and refusing to accept an ending. You may feel stuck or trapped, or that the nothing you do results in the desired outcome. Death suggests that this is because you're holding on to the past, perhaps an old way of doing things or an old relationship, and that you're reluctant to move on. Only by letting go of the past can you truly take the leap and make the change. Okay? Check out that Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Six of Swords in the reverse. So usually Six of Swords is all about moving on, perspective, and letting go, but we're in the reverse position for your past here. So in the past, in the reverse position, it's interruption, it's stalling, it's obstacles, and it's reticence, okay? So when reversed, the Six of Swords can mean that you're refusing to move on, or that your ability to move on has been stalled, delayed, or interrupted. If it's the former, remember to try not to let your emotions get the best of you. Letting go of the negativity of the past is a logical, healthy thing to do. So don't let your heart stop you from healing. If your moving on has been stymied, know that you might need to reevaluate either the method of moving on or the very path itself. Sometimes the obstacles indicate that you need to find a new route or more creative solutions to arrive at your destination, okay? So again, a resistance to change, struggling to move on, you're still in this situation, you're not letting go of past, and that could be friendships, that could be relatives, that could be love, whatever it is for you, you are struggling to let that go. It's holding you back, even still now, okay? So it was probably very traumatic for you. Let's check out that World real quick. So then we have the World in the reverse position, which is unrealized closure, shortcuts, and again, stalling, okay? So, I'm sorry, you can't even see my cards all the way over here. This card reverse indicates that you might lack closure due to an inability to let the past go. Alternatively, you might be taking shortcuts toward the completion of your grand journey, robbing you of the life lessons needed to make the travel worthwhile. Overcoming difficulties is what creates a true sense of achievement. It's also possible that you're reluctant to move on to the next phase of your life, and the appearance of this card assures that you are ready. Take the plunge. So, perhaps... There we go. Sorry, I just wanted you to be able to see. I mean, even though it is still far away, I want you to be able to see those cards in the back. Perhaps this situation involved a move or just a change in general that you were very resistant to. But something here was extremely painful, was extremely hurtful, and it's latched itself onto you, almost like an evil entity. It is something that is just constantly in your mind, nagging, bickering, poking at you, and even though you've overcome that, you did have to do this, whether it was forced upon you or really you have no choice in the matter, right? You did have to make that change, so you did have to embark on a new opportunity, but something here is still holding you back, okay? These three, there's still something here. I don't really feel a bad luck energy out of this. I feel like it's more of a, as the card said, there's a resistance to change. There's a resistance. There's an obstacle. There's something blocking you from being like, you know what, yeah, I have people that love me and care about me now. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue with the reading. We have that Libra energy next. Justice in the reverse. Now, Justice in the D&D deck actually stands for shattering old beliefs. So let me grab it. So, your capacity to create a new reality through shattering old limiting beliefs. So these are the possibilities involved, or what you might be hoping for. Definitely possibilities involved here. I will read the other definition of it, but you're struggling with shattering the old beliefs. You possibly have a lot of self-doubt, self-hate, self-criticism because of the situation in the past here. Things were said to you, things that were done to you, they're stuck in your mind, and you just keep reliving that. And so you basically self-punish yourself or self-blame, holding on to that, which is funny because up here, your external influence, your subconscious here, is all about being entangled with that kind of energy. So the Justice in the reverse suggests that you know you've done something that isn't morally right, and whether or not you own up to this deed, you must live with the truth. Look beyond your desires, your ego, and your biases in order to get back to the truth. Don't let your judgment be overruled by emotion. So perhaps even with that, I definitely feel, so your reversed attributes for this card is dishonesty, unfairness, and subjectivity. I don't always feel like it is the person I'm reading for's energy in this card. So I just want to point out, of course, if you did something that is making you feel like it was morally wrong or you know better, then yes, take that. But I do feel like a lot of the time, this is a sense of injustice, right? It's a sense of you were wronged and you're waiting for that to be right. Okay. And sometimes we don't get that closure, right? Or I'm sorry, the world in the reverse, which I put away already. You don't get that closure, but it's unrealized. You did get it. You don't need a flat, okay, this is it. You're probably not going to get an apology. You're probably not, you could down the road. Not to say that it won't ever happen, but you have to accept that that is your closure. You make your own closure, right? And you walk away. But in case that you did make a decision that you should possibly become clean of, or, it's that famous, what is that saying? I can't remember the saying right now about lying. Well, like Pinocchio, basically. A lie keeps growing until it's as plain to see as the nose on your face. Okay, that's not the one I wanted. But so basically, if you did something and you're not coming clean, eventually it will come out anyway. So, kind of like what, you might have been told as a kid is it's like, I'm still going to be mad, but I'm going to be way more mad if I found out you're lying, right? So definitely possibilities involved. What you might be hoping for might also be this, as said, the closure or a justice being served, and it's not. So just to keep that in mind, let's go ahead and check out Hermit, which is the number 9. That is your energy, Virgo. But interestingly enough, so in the D&D deck, okay, being a light unto yourself and finding your own way through the darkness, okay? And the Hermit is always about introspection, reflection, meditation, kind of withdrawing and isolating so that you can focus on yourself and you can really reflect on things. Now, when it's in the reverse position, which it is in our reading here, it's about almost too much isolation and a loneliness. So this is your near future. So let's go ahead and dive a little deeper on that. We might pull as well. So isolation and loneliness, right? When reversed, this card tells you that you're either going too far or not far enough into your introspection and solitude. If you've already spent a good deal of time thinking on your own, your self-obsession could be setting you up for some major loneliness. While inner development is admirable, maintaining and fostering connections can also be... I think that's always really interesting. Sources of growth and joy. Don't shut them out completely. Lastly, be sure not to ignore the wisdom, inner guidance, and spirituality being shared with you. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and pull and see on that near future here. Let's move my trinkets back a little bit. Let's go ahead. We're going to use the anime deck for this pull, since I've already used my Rider White. We might pull it with that again anyway. Sometimes, lately I've been pulling with multiple decks for clarification, and especially if I feel like there's more information to be done, I'll actually pull from another deck as well. So, please clarify the Hermit for us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alright. Look at that Hermit energy. There was 2 there already from the get-go. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Stay there. Okay. You have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. And we have the 3 of Wands in the reverse position. So let's dive into those. That is interesting. Yeah. So, okay. Recovery, resilience, and bouncing back. So when the Five of Pentacles is reversed, it's actually a very good card for the most part, right? So when reversed, the Five of Pentacles signifies that you're finally coming out of a period of struggle and moving on. You may not be totally out of the woods yet, but you're on your way to recovering what was lost. Keep doing what you're doing, and remember to always call upon and support in turn the community that helped you during this time. So, well, let me not go into this until we get all the information. All of the information. Thank you. In reverse, it's financial ineptitude, an obsession with wealth or status, and a corruption. So, that's interesting. When reversed, the King of Pentacles warns of overindulgence, corruption, or negligence. He tells you not to lose sight of your purpose and the community or tradition you're dedicated to. Don't become stingy with your resources or teaching. Devotion can go a long way toward creating prosperity and ensuring promise. Okay, and then we have that Three of Wands, which is delays, competition, and a miscommunication, okay? I feel like this has a lot to do with that Four of Strength. When reversed, the Three of Wands warns of potential pitfalls that may come due to hangups and miscommunication. Breathe through your rising blood pressure and recalibrate. So what if your partner left you on red when you asked where their part of the presentation was? You have time to whip up something to keep the ball rolling, and that person who has yet to text you back about your next date, stop worrying about it. If you want to turn your attention elsewhere, that's valid. But if you felt a genuine spark, a little patience and understanding could go a long way. So having a little more patience, calming yourself, thinking through, looking at the overall entire big picture of a situation, right? There is a bit of a negligence and corruption. This could be, I'm going to say that this isn't so much money. There could be a little bit of a desire to be richer than you are, or feeling richer, like, when you're growing up and you really want to be a part of the popular crowd, but they were able to afford the preppier clothes, the nicer shoes. My favorite thing for me personally is I could basically own nothing white. But a lot of the girls in my school when I was growing up, they could have white sandals that always stayed clean and perfect condition. They had white sneakers that stayed perfect condition. I'm like, I wear white one day and they were destroyed, right? Things like that. So there could be that energy. I don't feel like it's financial though, even though you do have the Pentacle energy here. It's more of an energy, I feel like it's emotional. There is a recovery coming for you through these, probably letting go of the past, but then there's this self-isolation here that's leading to loneliness. So I feel like something here, again, you're pushing people away that love you, and it's becoming negligent. It's becoming harsh. It's putting a wedge in your relationships, especially then when you're coming up with this Three of Wands, which is talking about having a little more patience, this miscommunication coming up. I don't want to pull again just because we do still need to pull on your we do still need to pull on, I'm sorry, let me think about this. You know what? I'm going to actually leave these just in case. We do still need to pull on your potential outcomes. So I don't want to keep pulling on your near future and overshadow the potential outcome of all this situation. I just get kind of nosy, I guess, and I want to give you more information. But of course, they only will give me the information that we need at this time. So sometimes it'll end up being almost like a repeat. That happens sometimes, or it'll end up being something that is back and forth, because it's something we don't need to know. Okay. So you have the King of Wisdom in the reverse position for the D&D deck. This is you and your energy you're bringing to this reading. So fully accepting this moment, allowing complaints to dissolve, and being kind to yourself. So it's in the reverse position. So again, like we've already discussed here, you are struggling with being kind to yourself. You are struggling allowing complaints against yourself and criticism against yourself, and past complaints made by people in your life. They're just holding you back and holding you down. You're basically drowning yourself. You're drinking poison, hoping to hurt another person, but you don't. You just are festering on it yourself. You're not actually confronting any of these traumas. You're not dealing with them. You're just kind of burying them, hoping they go away. You need to Fully accept this moment, live in the present moment, forget about the past, okay? And that's easier said than done. But when you start facing your problems and your hurt and your traumas and you actually deal with them, you start to process and you'll feel better. You have to actually move on from it. Okay, and then as said, this is funny to me because like it is all shadow work for you. It is all past trauma. It is all pain that you are not dealing with or that you are struggling to deal with that is holding you back. Because again, following this is your external or environmental influence. This is your subconscious. The 8 of intelligence is untangling ourselves from guilty thoughts and self-punishment. The woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? It's what you should have done. Oh, I should have said this. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. And maybe if I had done something differently, and oh, they did this to me and I deserve it. And no, no. Okay? You need to untangle yourself from that web of lies and deceit. Okay? You cannot, I say this a lot, and especially with these 2 cards, you cannot control what others do, but you can control how they affect you. Okay? There's also a lot of interesting videos if you want to dive in deeper about response versus reaction. Okay? And it's obtaining a self-inner peace so that when somebody deflects onto you, it is usually something that they do not like about themselves. Okay? And it can be very cruel and it can be very hurtful, but you have to remind yourself that, you know what, I'm sorry for your pain. Okay? I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry for you because you are a wonderful energy. You are creative. You are passionate. You are loving. Like, my niece is a Virgo and she is one of the sweetest things in the world. And she always was, ever since she was a kid. My daughter is a Virgo. And she is so loving that it blows my mind. Now, I'm not saying that you guys are saints 24/7, but you have almost a saintly personality. There is a lot of love from a Virgo when they actually care about you. You can also be very cold and precise. So it's an interesting kind of like thin line that you walk, is you can really hurt someone or you can really love them. And it's going to be on that fence, right? But you have so much loving energy here that you also absorb it. I think that's kind of common for earth signs. There's a lot of pain that we absorb, so like your Taurus, your Capricorn, your empaths, it is hard, but it is worth doing. It is worth practicing. It is worth not poisoning yourself over someone's bad decisions. Okay. The Queen of Wisdom is your hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. This is your advice. I love this card. She comes up actually quite often as well, but she reminds me of Poison Ivy, and I just am in love with her. Anyway, Queen of Wisdom in the upright position. Hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. Your advice. Going into the depth of compassion and quieting the critical mind to create emotional stability. So yet again, hopes, fears, reminders, warnings, and your advice. They're advising you to go into your depth, to do your isolation, to reflect, come into your compassion, quiet your critiques, your criticism, don't overthink things, and find an emotional stability. That could also be your hopes. That could absolutely be your fears that you can't do it. Or perhaps you fear you're going too far into that. Or perhaps, you have this want to be able to be like, what, I just want to feel normal. I just want to feel okay. I just don't want to hurt anymore. I don't want people hurting me. We understand that. Everybody feels that way. But is it worth taking the risks? Absolutely. If you get hurt in a situation, you learn from them. You learn to see red flags. You learn that you put up boundaries. You learn how to be loved correctly. You learn how to communicate. You learn when conflict is constructive or destructive. There's a lot that goes into these situations. Now, of course, it is easier said than done. It's easier to look back and go, oh yeah, I see it now. But when you're hurting, It is hard to get through that, and I totally understand. Okay, but let's go ahead and hit the World card. Your potential outcome is the World in the upright position. So overall, this is what we have coming towards us. Endings, coming to a place of completion and power internally and externally. So you do have a little bit of a bumpy road, but it is coming to a completion. This is the end of a cycle. Love the World card in the upright position because it's an end of a cycle. We love the ending of a cycle. The World card can mean completion, travel, celebration, and unity. Okay? The Fool has reached the end of the journey with the World. A card that brings a sense of fulfillment, wholeness, and closure, whatever the long-term goal, a literal or metaphysical journey, a graduation, or even a long time coming promotion. All the necessary pieces have come together successfully. This particular journey has ended and you're on to the next phase. If you haven't quite accomplished your goal, you're on the precipice of doing so. This card can also more literally reference a grand journey on the horizon, from studying abroad to backpacking to wolfing. Traveling could be on the itinerary. Okay, let's go ahead and pull. Let's pull. So I did keep the 3 here so that we can go back and possibly pull. Let's clarify the World. Any more information for Virgo for their reading for the World card? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 3 of Pentacles in the upright position. The Strength card now in the upright. Leo energy. Wonderful. We have the 5 of Pentacles again in the upright position. I don't know if I agree with that. Pull one more. Page of Pentacles. Any more? How are we going to do that? 2 of Wands. Okay. And a 3 of Swords. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I did pull a bunch of that. I'm sorry. Only because I think it's very interesting. Now, we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse here, which is recovery, okay? And then we have the 5 of Pentacles yet again, but this time it was in the upright. That is why I pulled more, just so you know. We do have the 3 of Swords, which is a betrayal, a loss, a heartbreak. But we have the end of a cycle. So I feel like this is clarifying... I feel like this is clarifying your whole situation here, especially because, again, this is kind of what I mentioned earlier, is there's this, like, when it's something that we can't know yet, almost, like, I hate to say that, because you have these teetering cards here, okay? I'm just going to push this up a little bit more so that you can see these, okay? We're going to read through them real quick, but I don't want you to panic because, as said, this is where it gets into the push and pull, right? So we have the 3 of Pentacles in the upright position, okay? This is about collaboration, enterprise, recognition, and work, okay? Your 3 of Pentacles is a hard work, collaboration, and investment. Your talents and commitment are being recognized by others, and because of this, you're able to begin working on meaningful project with the support and investment of those around you. Whether this is an actual work project or a mission or personal growth, your dedication and effort aren't going unnoticed, okay? Then we have Strength, which is the upright position. In your upright position, Strength is strength, courage, perseverance, we've already gone through this because we had it earlier in the reverse position for your overall energy of the reading. But now we're in the upright. So you have the collaboration coming in and the hard work and the investment and the commitments. You have the Strength, which is strength, courage, perseverance, and compassion. This card encourages you to face obstacles head on. Unique to this card is a focus on inner strength, perseverance, and compassion. There's no heavy-handed forcing going on here. It's all about emotional and mental strength and the strength of your character. Let honor, self-discipline, and self-respect help manifest your vision. Thanks to the power of compassion, kindness, and conviction, you're already stronger than you may know. But then we have the 5 of, the 5 of Pentacles. I'm trying to do it so that you guys see it that way. The 5 of Pentacles, which, when it's reversed, is a good card. When it's in the upright, it's not so pretty. we have a loss, struggle, support, lack of security, and a feeling of helplessness. So we just had this huge, powerful awesomeness right here, and this is why I'm like, see, we have the Five of Pentacles. Heralds a time of struggle and loss, whether physical, financial, or spiritual. Whatever the realm, this card is associated with some of the hardest and most tragic hardships. It can, however, also remind us that we're not alone in our suffering. Perhaps there are people in our lives who are going through the same intense struggles, or maybe we have folks in our corner who are supporting and offering resilience, compassion, and a steady presence. The lesson the Five of Pentacles teaches you is to keep moving forward, even if it's one small step at a time. Try not to succumb to feelings of hopelessness. This period of pain won't be permanent, and there are people in your life who are ready and willing to be by your side through it all. Okay, well, you know what? Actually, that's not as bad as I remember it being. I think the Rider-Waite gives it a more distraught. Okay. Anywho, so we're still going to have a little hiccup in the road, a little painful step, but we have people in our corner because we didn't lose them in our self-isolation, right? Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles, which is a messenger. This is in the reverse position, so we're boom. It looks like it's in the upright. It's not. Okay. Sorry. Anyway. No, that's right. Yeah, okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm overthinking things. So, the Page of Pentacles is laziness, procrastination, and wastefulness. So when reversed, the Page of Pentacles warns about rushing or taking shortcuts. Never look for the easiest, quickest solution to a problem. Look instead for the right one. Stay true to your commitments and don't become lazy or irresponsible. The reverse page also indicates that you might be getting careless, wasteful, or indulgent with your wealth. So remember to keep your vices in check. Lastly, the reverse page can forecast some unwelcome news in the realm of money or work. Not every con goes to plan, so focus on the page's upright qualities to save the day, which is diligence, financial opportunities, and skill development. Okay? And again, I feel like that's more, not to say that something financially wouldn't happen, but I feel like it's more emotional. I feel like it is coming into your relationships, like how you're treating, or maybe you're neglecting housework or being helpful around the house. Something like that. Like, I feel like it's that kind of energy. You have the Two of Wands in the reverse position. Your twos are always about choices, decisions, opportunities. So your Two of Wands is hesitation, struggle, unanticipated difficulties, because we're in the reverse position. When reversed, the card warns of either giving up too soon or acting too quickly on your new venture. You may be excited to start, but that doesn't mean you should forego planning or following through. Lay the groundwork and see this thing to the finish line. So, okay, you might be hasty to start something and you give up way too fast, right? Or like, you're like, well, yeah, I'm going to try this. And you're like, oh, I did it once. Okay, okay, we don't want to put forth the energy, the effort. We have the Three of Swords in the upright position. As said, that is a card of heartbreak, loss, just sadness. Yeah, sadness, betrayal, heartbreak, and suffering. Well, it's tough to admit, but heartbreak has arrived. Sorry, I feel a sneeze. Oh, goodness, thank you. Is a card of pain and suffering. No two ways about it. This card touches on emotional pain, but remember that this is a suit of swords. Your pain most likely has to do with communication issues and moral and ideological friction, or a betrayal of intention or commitment. Cry it out and vent to a good friend. Seeking understanding, validation, and catharsis will help help you move forward. There we go. So you might have a situation. It could be your past coming up again. It could be a new thing that makes you kind of delve back into that. Or perhaps you're just, because of your loneliness here, your isolation, maybe you start to feel a little too sad. But you have people to lean on. Then we have, this is why I find this so interesting. You have the Six of Wands in the upright position, which is all about victory. Okay, so I do feel like there's hiccups in the road. It's not as goofy as I thought it was. But the Six of Wands, oh my gosh, I went to the Six of Swords. The Six of Wands is all about, as said, victory. It's validation, it's harmony, it's success and recognition. So after you come through the conflict of the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands arrives a validating, harmonious moment of success. Perhaps you, emerge from the conflict more self-assured or more competent. Either way, the Six of Wands says that all that struggle has paid off. Tough workplace competition might eventually lead to a promotion. You and your significant other may have been at odds, but you've made up and your relationship is stronger than ever because you both understand each other better now. Grad school was hard, but now you've graduated and you've got your doctorate. mount that diploma on the wall and receive the recognition you deserve. Okay, so it's all about being proud of what you've accomplished and how you've moved forward. Okay, this has actually been a kind of a long reading, Virgo, so I'm not going to pull any more. I'm hoping this resonated with you or that it's helped you in some way. I'm going to grab you an oracle from the spirit of the animal. They're absolutely wonderful. You have White Stag, Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. See, I'm telling you, that saintly-like energy, that very loving, protective energy. Well, thank you guys so much for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it resonated. And if it did, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.